welcome to Dario's Comic School, and today the topic is readers are leaders, and why I make this video, and I show you what I have here on my tablet, on my Kindle. Making comics is not one singular skill, and maybe you want to make comics to make a living, then we're talking about an artist's life and to create revenues and streams of money, and you need a good craft, a homepage, some things people can order, just point at that and say, I want that comic, I want that piece of artwork, how much is it, and stuff like that. And to master different skills, it's good sometimes to read. I don't recommend to read everything and then try to apply it. I would always like, let's take a look. This month, for example, I wanted to put a beautiful babe on my calendar for December. And yeah, sometimes you draw something and it works or it doesn't, and then you get back to your drawing board and the question is, how can I make things better? And usually for me the answer is like watching a YouTube video or reading a book, and also like mastering life, like if you're dedicated to making art or living from your artwork, it's also paramount that you have a great health and finances. Sometimes it can be shaky as an artist because like maybe you're not well trained in different things, and so there are a lot of things. There's the craft, there's your life, there's your health, as we can see like down there where I pointed it everything out, and it's not that complicated, but as you get solid in different things, and as you grow wiser, you get better at it. Like life is definitely making faults, but like making not faults that cost your life. And I definitely have made big mistakes that almost cost me my life, health-wise or emotionally. Financially, not that much, but maybe also financially. And from all the setbacks, if you can recover and still go forward with the things you want to do, you're on a good way. So let's talk about, I will show you here because I have a few books. I love reading the books the way you see them, but sometimes they're not going, or they're just cheaper or already available on a Kindle. So I watched Jake Parker, and Jake Parker recommended 3 books. One was Deep Work, which kind of is a no-brainer to create, to compete. It is by, let me see, come on, baby, focus. By Carl Newport, Deep Work, just Google it. The thing is that if you want to compete in a highly crowded market, you need to stand out, and it needs to be the best quality it can be. And to create quality stuff, you need deep work. That means you need time. That is where you can put your undivided attention to the thing you're creating so that it works. And then, yeah, that's the thing. Then another book, I don't know what that was, and the other book I also got, it was Real Artists Don't Starve, which is really good. Google it on YouTube, or I will include a link down below. But it told that like in 2013 I had a bit of money, and then I took that money to create a deep work. It didn't work. So I got back to working in animation, and in the summer I was just a starving artist, which sucked. It was really, I had no car, I didn't see friends, I didn't go out, I was just drawing. Maybe it was necessary, but it didn't feel so good. So I would definitely recommend it in a different way, like keep your day job or have a different job, and then set aside time to go all in on your dreams, but you don't need to rush. So that would be my advice. Then I will show you, and also what I will advise is don't get too many books, don't read everything. Just need the stuff you get a hump, or somewhere you get a roadblock, and then if you're not smart enough to solve the roadblock, and that's totally fine, go on YouTube, go on Google, get a book, read that book, get the knowledge, apply that knowledge. That's how I would do the things. The next good book is How to Quit Your Day Job and Live a Life of Your Dreams by, what's the guy's name? Let's get into it. Kenneth Etchy something. Well, let's get back. I will link it down below. But here it's good Lord. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. By Kenneth Etchy. How to Quit Your Day Job and Live a Life and Live Out Your Dreams. Do what you love for money. And this is a very good book. It's not cheesy. It's very it's a producer, and he mainly says the same. He says, okay, what's your dream? Define the dream. What are you doing now? How can we get you from A to B in a healthy way? What are the steps you have to achieve? And, well, go through the process, which he knows will never be like the plan you made, but it will still propel you forward, hopefully, to your dream. And I think it's a good book. I'm in the middle of it, also in the deep work. Then I got another book. It's how to get a billion views on YouTube by Braille Skateboarding. And it's a good book because, as I see it right now, it's the great way for me to reach you through the noisy cloud is through YouTube and maybe social media and maybe word of mouth. And he gives a comprehensive guide, like Aaron Curio I found him through skateboarding, and one day he explains he wanted to be a skater or a sponsored skater, and when he finally started making videos for people that bring value. So right now I know everybody's doing it, and maybe it's too noisy, maybe not, but maybe I have something valuable to share with you, and if I can do that on a constant basis, and if I have then, let's say I have a comic or a illustration, or you want to hire me, then you saw this video, and then you know what I mean. You can create revenue through that. This book is in German. It's called Zeichnen als Beruf. This I got mainly because there was some tax things in this. It's written by a colleague of mine, and it's very cool. So these two books I definitely can recommend. What we are looking soon is the first book I read was The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. He wrote, I guess, a couple of great literature, and he was also like in his mid-30s, and he was trying to make a living at art, and he talks about art and the muse and sitting down and doing the art, and it's a really great book. And he has also another book like Doing the Work and another thing. I don't know, like this one I can recommend because it gives you definitely power. I will review it maybe soon, and it's definitely good. It's definitely a good book. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of things you have to cover as an artist. Where do you live? What's your situation? You grew up. what's your money situation. You can definitely do everything, but don't do everything at the same time, because it will just crush you. You cannot work yourself to death. You cannot do all the things you want to do. You know what I mean? If you have childhood traumas and you want a relationship and money and also finish the comic book and work out, you cannot do everything at the same time. You got to rotate it and do it in healthy ways. You cannot always cut with your sword. It will get, how do you say it? It will get dull. And yeah, then another book called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Also a very good book. Basically, it says, live to fight another day and only fight when you can assure you will win. And that's very smart. We will look at these books. I will just give you an overview because I think it's important. Then there's a Seth Godin book called The Dip. It's always the question, when should I stop? When should I not stop? Sometimes there is no going forward, then you're in the dip, and sometimes you just hit a plateau. And the question is, can you be the best at this craft? Right now, I'm not at doing comics. Can I be the best? I wouldn't say, what do I say now? Can I be the best? In my heart and in my mind, I would say yes, I could be the best. If I put in the time, I could be the very best. If I learn to draw the proper way, if I put time aside, I could. But I'm not. And I didn't, because the past few years I had different struggles. And I had first to set aside relationship things, childhood trauma, health issues, money issues, corona related stuff, and that's okay, that's life. But now that I've gone through this, I'm come back to comics. Can you be vanilla and can you beat chocolate and all the other flavors? And the answer is yes. But next question is, do you have to be so competitive? Kinda yes, kinda no. But you want to make a living, you want to create your perfect life, you want to put out the artwork you always dreamt about, it's possible. So a good book. Definitely also a good book, The Richest Man in Babylon. It talks a bit about finance in really cool stuff. Then here, The E-Myth Revisited, why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. This I have to read soon, because I hit definitely a new stage and I need a new system. And in the past 7 years, I worked a lot of stuff. My stuff got better, but it's not where I want it to be. I wanted to go to the next level. And well, it talks about creating a new, better system and how you can go there. A good book. Then this is the Now Habit. I'm not a procrastinator. I'm more on the workaholic side, which is not good, because sometimes, like, this is where I excel at being a freak, but then also I would love to have a life, love, friends, a vacation, time to relax. Maybe it's a myth, maybe it's possible, but it's not good only to feed the parts of your soul which are already strong, which is very important. But maybe if there are some starving branches which you truly need some love, you truly need some friendship, you truly need a vacation, you gotta tend to these three also. Otherwise, if they break, you break. And the Now Habit is really good, because it tells you that you can be perfectly human. I must take time to play. And these are all very important things, because in the last years, I guess we've learned hustle culture, grind, and people just burn out or are unhappy. And I want to avoid that. This channel is a guiding light for everyone who wants to do the things I want to do. It's a journey. You can ask me anything. We can figure it out together. I don't want to see burnouts. I want to see that people create what they want to create and make a bit of money and create some more. Because everything artists want to do. If you can ask me, I want to do this comics that I've put down here, and the only thing why I didn't do it, I mean, maybe I come now up with excuses, but I guess at a certain point I got then hired to teach other people. That's then where my income came from, to create comics for other people and also to create illustrations. And I was then spending time teaching other people, creating content or creating things for other people, getting the money. And then I kind of didn't feel to work more on the weekends on my own stuff. I was kind of burned out, or I wanted to live life a bit and to enjoy it, because life also is to be enjoyed and not just to be gray and worked. So, a long video, but yeah, readers are leaders. But I should put also in the title something like, but do a bit more than just reading. See ya.